Good morning! Welcome to Natasha Makes. Gemma, I've done a thing.
You've done a thing.
I've done a thing. So if you see my eyes just scanning the studio, I've put, you know, the clips, the clasps, the frames for the Easy Frame sunglasses.
Yeah, the flex frames.
Yeah, well, I was having a play and making some this morning.
You were. That's not even for today's show. That's just.
I know. I was
so
just having a
ahead
little
of today's
play.
show.
I know. But I don't know what I've done with them. And I bought the entire box out of Ingly Dingly Doo's warehouse bit.
Amazing. And now you've lost them.
I don't know what I've done with them. And it's driving me mad because the set's quite full this morning.
The set's really full this morning.
I know.
All the things.
All the stuff in all the world. So welcome. Good morning. I'm Natasha. This is Natasha Makes. We are making today, it's like spot the make. Today's make is in fact our oven gloves.
Yeah.
Why do we need oven gloves? Gemma Lala, what do I keep doing?
Well, tea towels are not your friend.
They're not my friend and they burn my hands.
They do.
Fact.
They do.
Over and over again, in fact.
Many times.
Many times, yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Not big and it's not clever, Natasha.
no, it's time to adult.
Yeah.
I keep doing this adulting thing. It's
I know.
recurring. So we are going to make pretty oven gloves because if I've got to have oven gloves, they're going to be pretty. Do you know what else this made me do, Gemma?
What else?
Paint my entire kitchen.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. And do you know what that has now led to? Having to go and see my chiropractor this afternoon.
Yeah. Off to see the back cracker this afternoon.
Because I didn't just paint my kitchen, I painted my bedroom and my bathroom.
Because you don't know when to stop. You went full tash on it.
I tashed it. Yep.
You did. You did.
Should have taken the photographs though after I'd painted it, to be fair. But never mind, we live in that. So we are going to make the oven gloves. They are super simple, super easy. And I've even put bias binding in the kits for you, so you don't even have to make your own bias binding because that's boring. Takes a bit of time.
It's not my favourite.
Well,
although we do have gadgets for that.
we do have gadgets, and I do love a gadget. And it does mean that if you want to make your oven gloves out of any half metre heaven, you can, because you have enough within that fabric to make your own binding. Okay, so that is a thing.
Yes.
But if you're lazy, time poor, like me. Yeah, let's rephrase it. Time poor, like me. Then I've put 3 metres of binding, which will be more than you need in certain kits for you. But before we get on to those kits, Gemma, blah, 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 blah,
yes,
I'm going to say good morning to everyone
Please
first of all,
do.
because
I
otherwise
think
it's a
it's
bit
right.
rude, isn't it? Little bit rude.
And we have got viewers.
Oh, that's
Farm
always a bonus.
Farm Rally's over on YouTube. She
Hi,
says,
Farm Rally.
yesterday's sun shining into the house showed up all the winter cobwebs.
Oh no, you don't want that. I call it the witching hour. That's when you go and walk your dog, and if you give it like half an hour, 40 minutes, even up to an hour, the sun's moved around enough, you don't see it again. It's fine.
Although she did say she expected to see Miss Havisham sitting at the dining table, so
Nice to have company.
needed some attention.
Nice to have company.
Cynthia's with us as well.
Morning, Cynthia. Oh, Ohio to you too. That will never grow old for me. Morning, Helen. Morning, Sharon. Morning, Ginny. Morning, Anna. Managed to catch the live, she says. Morning, Claire. I cut out dozens of your 4 and 2 mini bags. Oh, at Sewing Club yesterday. Nice. Oh, Adam's going to be 6 at the end of March. They do make great gift bags.
Great little party bags, aren't they?
Do you know what I made them with? In fact, I didn't line the ones that I did because obviously I left it until the night before.
You maverick, you.
When will I learn? Bodmin did not have a large range of party bags. That's all I'm going to say. So I had to tash it. And actually, the sewable paper that we have makes an amazing base.
Oh.
And they all commented on it. And then I just made the little handles out of the sewable paper and you basically just fold it and sew it. It's great. No
Very
need for...
nice.
Yeah. Brilliant. I don't know if we've even got that up anymore. I don't know if we actually have it, but it did work really well. Yeah. Morning, Sharon. Morning, Jimmy. Morning, another Anna. We've got lots of Annas this morning. Morning, Fiona. Pleased to finally be here with you all. Pleased to have you with us too. Morning, Faye. Morning, ladies. Can you wish Bridget Young a happy birthday? Yes, we can. Happy birthday, Bridget Young.
Happy birthday.
Have a good one. Hi Sue. Hi Helen. Obviously knew I needed these. Keep burning my fingers too. Look, it's something that every household needs, and with the best will in the world, they don't last forever because there'll always be that hot pot.
Yeah,
it's a bit too hot. Morning Gail, morning Martin, morning Evelyn, and morning Anne. We've had Annas and Annes all over the place. And Jo, good morning, and Evelyn and Grace. And Elizabeth Krangle. There we go. She's sending Bridget a big kiss. Morning, Jane. So, do you know what? As much as I love the upgraded stand, I love the fact that the little tablet stands just fit my phone in, and it looks like it's cuddled.
There's a place for both.
Place for all, yes. Right. Isn't that a line from Elf? Everyone, I don't know. Anyway, right. Gemma and I had lots of fun last night, didn't we, Gemma?
We did.
The answer is yes.
We did. We genuinely did.
Inside and out of work.
Yes, we did.
We had a situation, and we had to send Gemma's 18-year-old to right the situation.
We did.
To right our wrong, didn't we,
Yes.
Gemma? To right our wrong. Do I explain and shame us? Name and shame us?
Why not?
We went for a kebab.
We
went
It
for a
was our
kebab.
healthy option on the way home. You didn't go healthy, but I had grilled chicken.
What do you mean I didn't go
salad.
healthy?
Oh, you had like the Donna one with all the
I had lamb meat and
sauce
salad.
on. Yeah, no, I had the chicken breast.
Oh, all right. My body's a
grilled
temple over there.
and no sauce.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So
But
you
we
had
thought
plain and
this was a
boring, and
good
I had tasty.
choice.
Yeah.
You know, rather than
Yeah.
the golden
And
arches.
bearing in mind that you had been there the week before for your birthday, and your words were, "Have the kebab that you should have had the other weekend."
Yes.
But I didn't because I went to go and get your daughter from the
That's
station
true,
because she
yes.
got stuck. Yeah. And what happened? And I said, "Do you think that they take cards?" Oh yes.
No,
we
I
were
don't think
there.
I did. I said I flipped my lope so because we've placed an order now.
No, it was before we even got in there.
It wasn't.
It was. Anyway,
Well,
turns
no.
out they don't. Cute, frantic scrabbling about down every bit of the car.
For change.
And do you know
Change
what?
scrabbling.
Because I've been using all my change in the parking meters in Cornwall that don't use the Ringo app because you've got no blinking signal, no change. And I even got my little coin purse out that I made last week. Thank goodness for that. That gave me an extra couple of quid.
Yeah.
But we were, to our
I
shame,
scrabbled around in my car and managed to find a total of £4.10.
we were, to our shame, £2 down at the end of the day.
We were.
And the lovely Turkish man let us leave with our food.
He did.
He did, and we
Very lovely
sent
of
Gemma's
him.
18-year-old back to pay off our debt.
With £2 please. Thank you. In fact, we owe her £2. We'll
do
sort that
owe
out
£2.
later.
Do you know what though, Gemma? Without integrity in life, nothing works. That's it, isn't it?
Oh, and he told her off, bless him. He said there was no need, there was no
No, there was
need,
every
it's
need.
fine.
We
Yeah,
were
there was
idiots that
every
didn't.
need.
There was every need. Yeah,
You've
absolutely
stolen our
every need.
food.
Yeah. So yeah, we managed to do that. But before we did that, we actually did something useful.
Yes.
Which were
yes.
these kits.
Yes.
So let's just. We always give you way more information than you
Well,
ever
yes,
actually
but
need.
you know, we don't want everyone to think that we're finessing at life.
Gemma, they watch the show, they know that we're not finessing at life. Crikey.
We might be mistaken for responsible adults at times. I mean, we just need to be clear on this.
No.
No.
No. You know, yeah, I do like to call it fake book sometimes because there are some people that really seem to have their adulting stuff together.
No.
It's not us.
No.
It's really not us. You just walked back into the kebab house and went, well, this is another one we can chalk up to. Possibly should have known better.
That is the list of our ridiculous shenanigans over the years.
Yeah. Anyway, we have beautiful border fabric. This is one of the things that we do well, Gemma.
Very well.
And what we do is we give you beautiful, there's your H640. Well, that's not the beautiful bit. We give you, actually, do you know what? You only need half that zip. I don't know why we give them so much.
Because then they've got extra for the stash.
Okay, all right. So this is your lining. This, if you can imagine, will be your very stunning.
That'll be decadent, won't it?
That
I
will
feel
be.
we need close up on that.
Okay, so I'll keep going to my phone to do it, and it's not.
Wrong device, darling, wrong device.
Look at that.
Put that scrunched round into a pouch. So you'll get the red in the bottom. Look, and that lovely blue will be either side of your zip at the top. Just
Yeah, now the
tiny
zip,
peep.
I've put in the brand new all black zip. And look at the black matte zip tag pull thing. I thought that was really smart.
Very smart.
How smart is that going to look? And then you open it up and you've got hot tomato inside. Beautiful. You get full instructions as to how to make these. I have demoed them. Maybe I will demo them again. Who knows? I'm not going to promise. But we have demoed these in the past. Gemma, which one is this, please, so that everybody knows when they are going online to purchase?
That one is a Philip Jacobs. And it is Treasure Island. Yes. And you put it with hot tomato.
I did. I hot tomatoed it up everywhere. There we go. I've shown that one. Now, Gemma was concerned that I would lose the zip, but I'm not going to lose the zip because I'm going to...
Oh, the pull?
The zip pull, yeah. There we go. Ta-da! And you get full instructions. Bless you! Right, so in these, the zips and the zip pulls may vary. Not the amount, obviously.
Yeah.
Right, but here... Look, there's this little pull down there.
But they'll still definitely complement the bundle.
Oh, yeah.
Natasha
No, for sure.
Selected them personally.
I did. All of them. Here we have, so this one is, what is this one called again, Jem?
Treasure Island.
Treasure Island, thank you very much.
Okay.
I will remember at some point.
That's right.
And then I've put emerald green with that.
You have.
So, and again, we've got handfuls of all of these, but they are there for your delectation. There are your full instructions from Odile herself. And she said that we could because we checked.
Yes.
We're happy for that to be the case.
Oh, yeah.
So we put all of these together for you. Let's have a look at all of these different colourways. So Gemma, what are we calling this one? You are queen of the names.
Oh, do you know, and I'm also very short. Oh, that's barley in pink.
Yeah, but look, I put it with cyan.
You did.
I sure did.
She looks fabulous, doesn't she?
Yeah, and look at the rainbow zip. So you get all the colours. Beautiful. And actually, if you buy yourself another bit of another one of those, you will have another tag. Then you've got everything there to make another one.
Beautiful.
I know, right? There is plenty in these kits. So maybe you've already got a little bit of these at home.
These kits are always super duper popular.
Of course they are, and they sell out really fast.
They do, and it's not something we can do all the time because getting these velvet borders in is expensive and not particularly straightforward for us.
It's not always the easiest because of it, again, since we left Brexit with the import and everything else. Oh, Gemma, this one.
I love this one.
Now this is the Polska, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I just wanted to show you because this has got our new, we've got these by the metre, these zips.
We have.
This is the dark rainbow. I don't know why I'm whispering.
I don't know why you're whispering.
I don't know, it's to give it some added drama.
Oh, I see. You did go to drama school, I forget these things. Yeah.
It's nice to be able to use that skill. Education is never a waste.
If I try that, I just sound like Gollum. It's not a thing.
Do you?
Yeah.
Look at the zip pulls I found for this. Oh, they're a bit special as well, aren't they? But I only had 5 of those, so not everyone's getting those. But yeah, that rainbow, that new rainbow zip. How beautiful is that going to be with it?
Gorgeous, I tell you. Gorgeous.
Yeah. So that's Polska with cyan and the new rather gorgeous zip and zip pull. In it goes. Could be yours.
Could indeed.
Could indeed. Beautiful. Now the next one for our delectation is a little bit of Kaif. We only made 2 of these, Gemalala.
I know.
Didn't we?
We did.
Was it because I ran out of the zip colour that I liked?
Possibly.
I can't remember now.
Yeah, possibly. Or it might just be that we were getting to the very end of the evening and we were both absolutely ravenous.
Oh, yeah, ravenous and exhausted.
Yes.
Been a long old day, hasn't it?
It had been a long day.
Yet another long day in the land of Natasha Makes. Hoover those up. Oh, now this one is your... look at the zip that we chose with that. There you go. So this is your cave version. Oh, I forget what it's called. It's sprays. I was thinking squirts. No, that's not right. and then I just had that in my head. I was like, I know it's something watery.
Like an elephant? No.
Yeah.
No.
So I'm not sure that Cave would like it if I renamed his fabrics squirts.
No,
sprays. As in like floral sprays, not as in water. No.
Oh.
Oh.
I always rely on you. Everything's in a bit of a muddle.
Oh.
Oh no, it's always me, Natasha.
Why is it always me?
Me?
There we go. Sprays, not squirts.
No.
Nope.
No.
Oh, look, there's your H640. Let's pop that in the back of your instructions. Lovely. Oh, now you see, look. Rather loving this one as well. This is another K facet one. We loved this one.
Gorgeous.
Enchanted, I want to say that one is.
Now, in Cave World, it was.
Oh, what have they called it then?
Oh,
That was his enchanted print. Hang on, if they stick with sprays / squirts, what?
No.
What have they called it?
All right.
Well, no, hang on. This is controversial. I'm upset now. Why?
I just because you're not going to like it, but they've just called it Green Garden.
What?
I know.
Oh.
Perhaps it didn't translate well. But then you think it just because Enchanté would be.
Enchanté!
Yeah, so that's a load of nonsense. Ignore me, I just talk rubbish there. It would be Enchanté, wouldn't it? In French.
Yeah, I don't know. You do the French bit.
I'll try.
You and Claire. That's your department,
Perhaps.
not mine.
Can't put us in the same category. Her French far better than mine.
So this one is your geraniums. This is a Philip Jacobs one. Begonias. Geraniums. What are they?
I tell you what, you pause. I'll tell you, that's begonia red. You were doing that hyper thing. What? Which?
I know. I suddenly went. Ah. Are begonias and geraniums very different? Are they part of the same family?
Am
I just making that up?
I could look it up.
Go on, Google is your friend.
Yeah, but I know one of the viewers will tell us quicker.
One of the viewers will tell us quicker. The hive mind is busy at work this morning.
Oh.
Let me tell you.
Begonias have oval-shaped leaves that are glossy finished in colours of bronze, green or red.
Right.
When flowering, the begonia's blossoms may be yellow, pink, red or white. Geraniums feature soft, scented leaves that may have a dash of colour or in irregular shapes depending on variety.
Right. So yeah, pretty much the
that
same.
Really tells us
Good.
much.
I am no horticulturalist, botanist or anything else. I'll leave that to other people. Right. How about this then for your begonias in... Is it aqua or teal?
Turquoise.
Turquoise. Great. Excellent. Don't know that either. What? I just cut them and put them with pretty fabric.
Fine. So apparently allergic reactions of begonia are asthma, whereas geranium, it's sinuses and throat itching. You'll get none of that.
I mean, none of that is applicable here,
No,
happily.
because they are beautiful fabrics.
Beautiful fabrics.
Not actual allergic-y flowers. I'm going to stop Googling now. Enough Googling today. Thank you, please.
Oh, now hang on. So this one is an Odile one.
Jimmy says geraniums are pelargoniums. Now, I know Inga's going to have something to say about this. She'll be telling us later. Oh, look at that one. That's barley and blue.
It is barley and blue, and that is an Odile one, and it's just a bit gorgeous.
She's a clever girl.
Yeah, but look, I found that zip that just sets it off a treat, and then you've got your azalea for the middle bit.
Oh, Auntie Lizzie says begonias have the big leaves.
See, you lot know stuff. That's why you're brilliant.
Oh dear.
Gemma's all right. Gemma knows where to find stuff. You'll do, Gem. We'll keep you.
Have a go.
Yeah, you have a go. Have a go, love. Go on. Have a go. Oh, talking of having a go, look at this one. Oh, Gemma.
Gorgeous.
Isn't that beautiful? Again, that's another O'Deal, and I love that
Gorgeous.
she's got all the little tassels on there. I've gone with, oh, that needs to be a gold zip.
That's called Balkan in green.
That needs to be changed.
Oh,
Somehow that slipped through the net. I know that some of them had.
that's all right.
I'll put that to one side.
Yeah.
Needs to have a matching gold one, please. There we go. I will not seal that. I will put on my pile for later. So there we go. They are now live.
They are
on the website. And let's have a look at our kits for today. Here we go. So we have got some shell rummel for you today. Hurrah. Which is just rather beautiful. And I thought kitcheny.
Kitcheny?
Well, because it's got tomatoes on it.
Excellent.
Well, they look a bit like tomatoes. And then I've given you some lovely orange binding. And this beautiful teal here, which picks out the other flowers in there.
Nice.
So I thought that was rather fabulous. Option number 1. Now, if you want to make the one up the same as me, as what I've done, then this is spools. It's a K-facet fabric. It's new in for us. This is part of the 85 collection. So this was to celebrate his 85th birthday. And you haven't, I don't think you've seen this before. I might have snaffled it away for this project. There is every possibility of that. Every possibility of that. But yeah, that's what I use to make my mitts. Make my mitts. Now today I'm making my mitts out of this Gemelar, just so you know.
Oh, very swish.
Yeah. Now this came in. I'm going to be honest. You are lucky that there is actually any for you, because Inga grabbed hold of it and instantly went, well, I need 3 meters of that for dress. So she whipped 3 meters of it and then went, do you think Tasha will mind? And we're like, well, you've cut it now, haven't you? So there we go. It's only tomorrow's show.
Naughty, naughty teammate.
Don't worry about it. But look, and I just love this on the selvage. Living is not enough. One must have sunshine, freedom, and a little flower.
Beautiful.
These are Moda fabrics, but just look at this. They're not cheap, Jem. I'm not going to lie, they're not cheap, but they are very beautiful.
So this bundle's just getting loaded, and it will be a little bit more.
It will be a little bit more because you've got
double designer.
Yeah.
And not a plain.
Double D.
Double D.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
No one complains about a double D.
No one complains. What, apart from possibly backache, what binding have you put with this one? Let me see.
Do do do. Do 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 do.
Good choice.
Thanks. It's like I do it for a living.
Good choice.
I love that colourway. We're gonna have a play with this. You will, by the way, have plenty left over. Plenty. So actually, you could do your laptop, your iPad stands from yesterday.
Nice.
Little trinkety things. You could eau de coat and do waterproof trinkety things.
Nice.
Because you will have that kind of fabric amount left over. Okay. I loves it. It's beautiful. Who is it designed by, actually?
Create Joy Project.
Oh, well, it really does. And Inga has left you a squiddly bit. You'll be pleased to know.
Marvellous.
Not much, but a bit. Now, also from the new 85 collection, Cave has got glorious balloons. They're not called that. They're called beach balls.
It's got glorious balloons. What do you like?
Well, yeah, I was the one that told Brandon that one of his had placement issues if I wanted it for a dress. The Brolly's one. And he was like, yes, they do look a bit like boobs, don't they? I'm like, yes, Brandon, they do. And I will make a dress and wear it proudly. But these are your beach balls.
Well,
And
people
look.
actually go out specifically to seek fabric that has boobs on it. So, you know.
Sorry?
There's people who go out specifically to find fabric that has boobs on it.
Are there?
So, you know, yeah, there's a whole market for rude fabrics.
Is there?
Yeah, I think
We haven't tapped into that, have we?
Nervous breakdown if we went into that. Some very
Crikey.
good fabrics in the world.
Wow.
Ah, some quite cheeky fabrics in the world, Natasha, that we have not dipped our toe into yet.
Cheeky being the operative there. And here we have got forgot what this one's called. Targets. It is called Targets. I was like, did they? Oh look, and they've got little candles along the selvage to celebrate his 85th.
Oh,
That's rather fabulous, isn't it?
nice, isn't it?
On a practical note, I think this makes a great oven glove because, you know, when I burn stuff, it's not going to show up. So. I'm just being practical. On the days when I win less at life, this is the one for me.
Oh, dear.
Just saying. Just saying. Right, so they are the kits du jour. Now, what are we going to use? We're going to use 2 layers of our Insel Bright.
Nice.
Okay. Because, and they say themselves, 1 layer is not enough. You want 2.
I do.
So you will be cutting yourself, not just 1, not just 2, but you will cut a 3rd strip. I think I'm going to need to cut myself a 3rd strip as well. We went for, you can get this in either 22 inch or 45 or 44 inch.
45.
Is it 45?
Yeah.
We went with the 44 or 45, whichever one it is, so that you can just cut it in 1 strip and not have to sew bits together because it's a bit of a fun. Now, I am on a mission to make waddings fusible when they're not, basically, because it makes my life easier. And I like that about life, when I can make it a little bit easier. So, I had a few ideas about this, Gemma.
Okay.
And cutting little strips of your bond repair works a treat.
Nice.
That's always a good one.
Which we call fuser web.
We call fuser web. Yeah, they all have different names, but they all basically do the same thing. Also, if you have your wash away quilter's tape, does the job. And if you heat activate it, it really does provide a good adhesion. What you might want, Gemma, we found this yesterday. Now these sold out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was going to have one.
Yes.
So we have one.
Yes.
That I haven't used yet. And I said, well, do you know what? If somebody else wants it, this is 36.5 by 2.5 strip ruler. So you can be cutting your strips off this. And the reason that it is the length it is so that you can be cutting your strips off the bolt.
Yes.
Off the bolt. But it's brilliant. It is brilliant. So you can be doing your jelly rolls.
For you, we don't trust you going backwards and forwards and throwing it in the car and stuff.
No, it's just not practical for me.
But if you work from one craft room, this is going to be an absolute godsend for you.
I have been asking Creative Grids to create rulers that are long enough so that you can cut straight off the bolt. So when your fabric arrives to you, let's just explain what I mean like this. In fact, let me just get a bolt. That would also, oh, here we go. In this one here. Right. Huh?
How beautiful that is.
I know!
This is Floribunda large floral in jade.
Now. This here is fine because it's a 44-inch bolt, right? But what happens when I get into dressmaking fabrics?
Oh, yeah.
Or anything like that where it's going to be longer?
Yeah.
Excuse me, my normal rulers are not going to cut that at all. At all. But just having that extra length is rather fabulous. It really means that any fabrics are going to be available for you for cutting.
It's so frustrating when the length isn't quite enough, isn't it?
Yeah, but also, you know, just that 2.5 inch, you want it in your life.
It makes all the difference.
Now, my other favourite ruler, of course, is the Big Easy. I'm just going to trim that edge off because I need a bit of this fabric, Gemma, for my demo.
Marvellous.
So let me cut a couple of strips of this. Is everybody still all right?
Oh, I believe so. I shall have a look at
That is my question to you. Is everybody still okay? I'm going to cut myself a couple of strips of this. I wonder if I do actually need a couple of strips. I think I do. I'll go with it. but it does give me, see look, you can make your little trinket things out of what you're going to have left over here. And you get a good bit left over as well. So let's cut ourselves from our front and our back fabric, because I am going to back in this, Gemma.
Nice.
Yeah. Excuse me. You see, the Big Easy is fabulous. Have we got any Big Easies in stock? It really has become my ruler, go-to ruler. I do love it a lot.
I'll have a look.
Right, let me cut myself another strip of this. In the meantime, whilst I'm cutting these, do you know what we haven't mentioned?
What's that then?
And that is that, put those there. These clasps are back in stock, but selling very rapidly. Very rapidly.
Yes, they are.
I think we're going to have to put in another order by the looks of it, by how many had sold by like 9 o'clock this morning. I was like,
oop. Take a really long time to get here. If we can get them.
Yep. And I did promise that I would make, this was from the Lisa Chandler Melba purse collection, and these were what was required. And I did promise that I would make, oh, this is where all my stuff went. I was looking for this. And I said to Iswiz, can you just like fill it with some of the sewing paraphernalia? And she did, but we didn't unfill it. I was looking for those the other day. And my little pick. And these actually.
You left it here. You meant to take it with you.
Yeah, I know. They're my jeans needles as well. So you've got, there are 3 patterns in one. And someone wanted some help making this, but it is very, very simple and very similar to the one that we made. I made the one on air with the zip, because I thought that was probably actually the hardest out of all of them to make. So I did that live on air. We still have some of the kits with the denim and the Liberty.
We do. Not many.
So if you want to make these out of denim and Liberty, and the Liberty was just absolutely beautiful in these.
Well, you saw that from Italy, didn't you?
Yeah. I did, yeah, I got them specially in from Italy. Then that is a beautiful thing, is it not? So yeah, grab these. I've got them in silver and I've got them in black. Well, gunmetal. I don't know where the bronze have gone to. They haven't arrived yet.
No, they can't. Yeah.
So yeah, they are the ones that I have for you. And when we get the next lot in, I think we'll have to reorder because they're going so fast. Then we will do some more makes with them. Is that fair?
Marvellous. I think that's more than fair.
There we go. In the meantime, I need to cut these down to 36 inches, I believe. Gemma, what is half of 36 inches?
It is 18.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. But you know when you know that, and you would still just quite like some validation. I'm like, yes, yes, we would.
Because, you know, the one time you smugly go forward is the one time you'll get it wrong, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, beautiful. Right, so we've got one of those and one of these. We're just going to trim those down to your required measurements. Oh, there we go. Nice little bits of scrap left over. Now, from these bits, I'm going to cut them from this end. Now, this is the thing, because I've got an ombre. Ooh, do I just go with one end? Oh, Gemma, this is tricky.
You're
I don't know now.
Here. I can hear it.
I know. I think I'm going to go for the end that I didn't cut. It's difficult. It's difficult to know. However, what I will do is just double up. So we need basically pockets. These are the pockets that we're cutting here. Pockets. Everybody love a pocket. Well, yeah, they are pockets, aren't they, on you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll call them that.
Little pockets to put your hand in.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, so you've got all of that, and you would also have another 6-inch strip as well of all your fabrics out of your. So if you're having to make your binding, because you've gone with a 1/2 metre heaven rather than the kits, and that's fine. No judgment here.
They're a naughty bunch, this lot.
What? What are they doing now?
They're all having a great old chuckle
About
your spanky ruler you had a minute ago.
Oh!
Cheeky bunch.
Spanky ruler?
They know we're not on that their proper telly.
I know, you wouldn't be able to.
So much.
Oh, so much trouble.
So much trouble.
I'll be taken off air. In fact, I've got to behave myself this weekend. I'm there again this weekend. And I do have to just try and rein it in a little bit. And it's difficult because they'll put me with someone like Nigel May, who would have been all over that in a very naughty way. And then they expect me to behave myself. It's really tough, Gemma.
Oh.
It's tough for someone like me.
Being you.
Huh?
It's tough being you.
It's really tough being me. I'm glad that we can all recognise that. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Anna says, I have to sort my sewing space out. I put things away in their proper place.
Oh, don't do that.
And then I can't find them.
No.
I'm still missing these beautiful slips I bought from NM. Do you know, we always used to say when we were growing up, Mum, where's my such and such? And if she said, oh, I put it in a safe place, we knew we would never see it again.
Never. Never.
Never ever.
Parents have that safe place, don't they?
Oh, poor Fiona's desperately trying to get on our website. It's not our fault. It's probably the internet there in India. She's in
She's in India now?
I've always wanted to go to
Crikey
India.
bobs. We will go, you know, Gem, one day. I'm just evening everything up. Then that's everything cut and we're good to go.
Oh, poor Sue said she has a proper excuse for her tardiness today.
Come on,
She was
give us your
cleaning the
excuses.
oven. I mean, that's immediately unacceptable to be
Yeah.
cleaning the oven before 11. Come on.
What are we doing?
She kicked over a full bowl of water
No.
on the laminate floor and all over herself.
No! 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 Don't
My
do
oven
that.
needs to clean.
Huh?
My oven needs to clean. That's on the list of things to do. I casually mentioned it over the phone to Mr. Thomas. It didn't go too well.
Did it not? What did you say?
And then changed the subject.
Right then.
Not amused with the situation, you can just tell.
Not amused by the situation. Right, that was my leftovers. Let's put those to one side. Right, so we are going to require these, and we are going to put one side, we're going to put our feature fabric, and then the other side we are going to put our lining, and this is just on the pocket, so this is going to be on the inside, so it kind of doesn't matter which way around it goes. I am going to use, Gemini, controversially, because with my one that I made before, I put a whole decadent sheet of no, it's not bond and repair, is it? What are we calling it now? Fuser web in between. Very decadent. But also did the job. And we do have that, by the way, on the website. And you can get a massive, great big meter piece for not all that much money, actually. But it does. But you see, look, and actually I can show you because I've got a little bit done here. Yeah.
Poor Viv's arrived to hear the word spanky ruler.
I mean, yeah.
Bless her. Oh, look at that.
Now you see, look, this is it. So it's a bit like sewing with spiders' webs, yeah. But you can just put little strips in here and there just to hold your fabric in place, really, if you want to.
Oh, Fiona said
some people use basting spray, but we don't use that in the studio, do we?
No.
Because it's not well ventilated enough.
Splutter. Yeah, whatever. No, Fiona says beautiful fabrics, Natasha.
Thanks.
They are. This is 2 fabrics that Natasha's chosen from the Euphoria collection by Create Joy Project for Moda. So they are gorgeous quality. Lovely Moda.
Beautiful.
And they were painted as a celebration of life, new growth, and little things that bring us joy, apparently.
Oh, Gemma, you're a little thing that brings me joy.
Oh, am I?
Sometimes.
Oh.
Sometimes you're a right pain.
There we go.
But then,
there it is.
But then I also feel that is reciprocated.
It is.
Yay!
Totally. Wow.
Oh,
That was
the
almost
love
a really
day.
lovely moment there. And then it got snatched away.
Then it got real. There we go.
Auntie Lizzie says she'll be watching you on that there proper telly at the weekend and shouting at the telly, rein it in, you never do.
I know I do.
She does a bit.
I really do.
More than here. Yeah. You've got a lot of Natasha viewing this week. So you've had today, yesterday, you've got a little bit of Natasha tomorrow going on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Jane's away.
Ollie-bomb.
Sorry, everyone. It's a Tash 3-day. 4-day. It's a 4-day.
Friday, you've got Tash, because of Pay It Forward. And then Tash on the weekend.
Yeah, oh gosh,
all
that's a
the
lot of Tash on the telly, isn't it?
You know,
That
anyone
really
who's got
is.
a hubby in the house who's a great big bird fan. Hey? Because I know we have got some who love to watch the big old bird on the telly.
No.
God, you the same. Oh, look, me beautiful big birds on the telly.
Oh no.
That's what they say.
They don't
And the
say
wives are fine because
that.
it means they can watch the show.
Big old bird.
I get
Goodness
emails.
sakes, you
I get told.
emails.
Yours is the only channel I'm allowed to watch because you get him indoors.
Let's just say it's husband approved, shall we? We started, now Helen's husband, he started sewing.
Yeah, Steve. He's
Good
sewing.
old Steve, he's sewing Steve, as I now like to call him. When he's not busy being sailing Steve,
Yeah,
then, you know, all these things happen.
Yes, it's good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So we're just making a non-fusible interfacing, basically fusible, which is never a bad thing, I don't think.
Oh, poor Anna's having to leave. She says, I'm going to have to catch up. I was hoping hubby was going to go fishing, but now he needs my assistance in the garden.
Oh no.
Gosh.
Do you know what? My grandma, my granny, when my dad retired, said to my mum, well, my dear, the wedding vows are for better, for worse. Nobody mentioned lunch. So, all right. Good-o. Enjoying that their retirement, are we?
Let's go out for work for the day, then come back lots later.
And yeah, she was properly peeved about it because her husband, he wasn't my real granddad. He used to go off. He used to go off and do his thing, and then come back and want lunch. And she's like, I've just set out all my crafty stuff. She used to sew a bit and paint a bit. She's like, I just set out all my stuff, and then he wants feeding. Like, come on, what's that all about?
Oh dear.
I know.
Oh, Tash, we've got some actual proper questions.
Actual proper questions. Okay, before we answer actual proper questions, I do love an actual proper question. By the way, this is good. Means that someone's paying attention somewhere. I am just going to pop this on. Now this is the Insulbright. You'll see that it's insulated one side. This is the metal that reflects the heat back in. Okay, so back out rather, not in. Reflects that heat out. Now you can use this for lunch boxes, you can use it for all sorts of things. Jan Hill, I remember, used to make stadium seats, which would keep her buttocks warm when she went and sat and watched the football. So you can use it for all sorts of goodies. What I would suggest is that you have your fabric, your outer fabric here, next to the reflecty bit. I don't know how much difference that actually makes, but you know, if it makes a bit, fabulous.
It does say on the Insulbright info that there is no right or wrong side.
Yeah.
However, it just feels that
feels like that should be. Yeah.
You also have the option. So I know some people have said before about, you know, can you get dampness in there from the reflection of the metal? Yes, you can, but you could put another layer of wadding in if you wanted to, a layer of cotton wadding. They say you can do that too. So
but you see, I think that if you put the reflective on the outside both sides, then it's just going to...
Sweaty hands.
No. Whee!
And you've been using yours, so you should know.
I have been using mine. I love it.
There's a nice crinkly sound to this as well.
Yeah, there is.
So if you've got little bits left over, it's great if you want to make something that has a nice crinkly sound.
Oh, well, when we did the dementia, the fiddle twiddle whittle mats.
Yeah.
That wasn't officially what they were called. Fidget blankets, thank you.
Not fiddle mats, Tash.
Oh, you see, I can't ever be relied on to get...
fiddly whiddle.
Fiddly widdly bits. Never quite get it right, do I?
Never. No.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's fine.
Is it though?
No fiddly whiddle.
No fiddly
Fidget
blanket.
So yeah, we did a square which had this in it, or a pad that you could lift up, like a little flap that you could lift up that was crinkly. Yes. A crinkly flap, Tash. That's what we did, wasn't it?
Wow.
To make that nice noise.
Yep. We did. Crinkly flap. Good-o.
Oh, we're not the only people that put things in a safe place. Dawn says, I safe place my kids' birth certificates. 2 out of 4 have needed them this week, so today's task is to locate the safe place. I'm trying to find my daughter's change of name deed and her birth certificate, so I'm with you on that.
So yeah, it also turns out that Emily needs one for her application for school proper next year.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. So the ex-husband kept those safely in a safe space.
Excellent. How many houses have you lived in over the years as well?
Well, since Emily.
Oh, just the one.
Just the
She
one.
was born, yeah.
Yeah. So for Emily, that should have been an easy task, but apparently not. So obviously, I did give him 4 months' notice that I would be
4 months
requiring it.
So clearly, he's going to start looking now.
No. The deadline is now passed. So he had to make a bit of a quick visit into Warwick on the morning it was required.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, that was beautiful.
God love him. It says there were times that she needed a safe place for her kids, but they found their way out.
They come back. They're like homing pigeons. They do come back.
And Auntie Lizzie says that John tells her if she's late viewing Natasha Makes because he loves watching.
Ah, hi John. How are you? We love John. Right. I'm nearly done on this, by the way. It is actually a very quick make. And all I'm doing here really is just basting everything in place. You could do this on your sewing machine if you wanted to, with a long stitch within your seam allowance. You could do that as well. Or you could use spray baste, or, whatever you like. You could just, like I say, you could just sew it. But when I've got a gadget, I quite like to use a gadget. Don't I, Jem? Yeah.
Helen Law's watching. She says Steve is sat here laughing.
Steve? Yep. Hi, Steve. So it's Steve.
Apparently he's currently more of a decking Steve than anything else.
Yeah, but that doesn't have
to make, so he can do some more sewing and be sewing Steve.
Yeah, but that doesn't have quite the same ring, does it? Decking Steve.
I'm all right with him doing the decking. He's a busy chap. This is good. This is what you want, isn't it?
He did try and share her sewing machine for a while.
Yeah, I know. That's not a thing. Get him his own. Good plan.
Here we go. So, we're nearly ready to actually do some sewing. There we go. Prior and proper preparation prevents poor performance, Gemma. Yeah. She's like, yeah, great. Do with a bit more of that, Tash. Right, here we go. Now.
Sue says, I call my youngest child Elastic Lil. Her name's Kate, but never mind. Basically, I think she's on a piece of elastic because she keeps pinging back.
Elastic Lil. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh dear.
You see, that's it. You've obviously made it very comfortable for her to keep coming back.
My friends kept saying, if you make your house too comfortable, they'll stay and they'll keep coming back, because my brother and I were around a lot.
I do believe that the teenage years were invented so that you can just let your children
go. Off you pop.
Yeah, just
nice
a bit further. Pop a bit further. A little bit further.
Nice knowing you. Bye.
Yeah. But we are making use of your teenagers, so that's all fine. Talking of making use of stuff, do you know what else I've lost? Made a template, Gem. I made a template.
Plastic one.
Actual template of
Natasha made an actual plastic template, which is
of the oven glove.
Made out of clear plastic.
Yeah.
Which now means she can't find it. Does this mean I'm going to be crawling on the floor behind you? I mean, it wouldn't be the first time, would it?
Got it.
Fiona says, I apologise if you're having to repeat yourself, but does the sewing machine needle go through the washable tape okay?
Yeah. So this is why we use the tape that we do. So what I found was the permanent tape, not so much. I wasn't a fan, so I don't stock it. It's as simple as that. But I use this on a daily basis. You'll notice that I never You know, I just found it. I did say, Jem, I just found it. She's just come wandering around going, is that not it? Oh, yeah, no, I did just find it. Yeah.
I was doing other things.
She was trying to discreetly say, have you gone mad?
I'm mental. It's in front of
Are you mental? It's right there. All right, Jem.
I'm quite mad. It's in front of you. Oh, gosh.
I'm just going to draw
Wash away
around the
tape,
edge. You've got
needles.
what?
Wash away tape and sewing needles. That
Oh
is
yeah,
what
no,
you
it's
put.
fine. So yeah, the stuff that we buy in for you doesn't gunk.
No.
It doesn't gunk. Else, I wouldn't use it because
Didn't like it.
I'm not about that life. Having to, you know, I mean, yes, I replace my needles obviously on the regular, but I don't want to have to keep replacing them because I've gunked them up. I'm going to cut through 2 layers here.
Ooh,
I know.
nice. Sylph Barkley says, thank you
Hi,
so much for doing a
Sylph.
birthday show for me on Friday. I'll be
My
working from
pleasure.
home in Norwich because it's also my mum's birthday. They share a
Oh.
birthday. How lovely is that?
Oh, I bet she didn't think it was lovely when she had to actually birth her.
I know, on her birthday.
Crikey, could you imagine better ways to spend your birthday than in labour? But I'm sure afterwards was lovely. Sorry, Sel.
Oh, everyone else knew where your template was. Nikki and Anne both were like, it's on the table. I've seen it. By the sewing machine. And then
guys
Sue
are
just said it's
great.
not like Tash hasn't got form.
All right. All right. Crikey.
And Auntie Lizzie would like your duck egg blue jacket, please.
It's a little duck egg
It
blue.
does look duck egg blue
It's a
on
bit
this camera.
denim-y.
It's
It's
slightly
really
more-
a spring one because you meant to it's sort of 3/4 length sleeves, and I think you meant, but I wasn't absolutely frozen this morning, which was
Whoa.
joyful. So yeah, well, that one can come out.
It's 8 degrees while I was driving in.
Was it really?
Yeah, I thought that's not too chilly, is it, first thing in the morning?
It's either that or the girls have left the heating on here on permanently overnight.
Wow.
There's also that
Hopefully
possibility.
not, the cost of the thing.
Crikey bobs.
Oh, Cynthia says she loves the quilt behind you and enjoyed the making that John did. She's printed the pattern out and has it on top of her list. Bucket
Right.
list.
So there is a story behind that because I actually need to quilt that. This was such a lovely joint make by so many people in the
was.
team. Izzy did some, I
She
did
did a
some,
lot.
John pieced it together for us. It was really lovely. And yeah, it was just a really, really lovely make, and we really enjoyed it, and we think it's very impactful, and it's just such a beautiful, beautiful make. And then, lo and behold, Tilda's only going to bring out another one.
Yeah,
Another one. I'm just, by the way, doing my template round my pockets of my oven covers as well. Yeah, so she's gone and brought out another one. Now, because this one was so popular, I'm not going to lie, there was a bit of a bum fight at the suppliers to get hold of the fabric.
Yeah.
It has not been pretty.
No.
It has not been pretty. And so most of the fabrics are now sold out, or like the really important ones are sold out until April, some even May.
Yeah, and John's hearing it's possibly even later.
Yeah, because John was quite upset because he really wanted to do this one. Now, one of the fabrics that sold out, Gemma might have squirreled a little bit away.
Might have wombled some
She might have wombled some.
for my own personal use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we had a very adult conversation, didn't we, Gemma?
Yeah.
Where we discussed the likelihood of before now and that fabric being back in stock,
Yeah.
you actually getting to a stage where you
Ah.
needed to bind said quilt. And
So,
we realised that was possibly...
I've got a lot of projects on the go, so immediately when I realised that there was a shortage for this fabric, I was like, hang on. Behind my desk in my little wombling corner, I have a stash of this, but I can totally wait. Like,
Yeah.
this is not a thing. We can make a few.
So, but it is just a handful.
Oh, it
We
really
bought
is.
the last because the new one has got like a really light duck eggy tealy background, like a sky colour. It's beautiful.
Really lovely.
Really beautiful. But that fabric is now so... Well, I managed to get the last that the supplier had, and I said I want all of it. So on Tilda's World, the pattern goes live on the 1st of March. We will have our kits go live tomorrow. And so you will have them ready for when the pattern is launched on her own website.
Yeah.
We've never sold the pattern.
No.
It's not ours to sell.
No.
We put it in for free with this one because it was already out there in the
Yes.
general domain, and you know, sometimes it's nice to have somebody else print it off for you, but we never charged you for it.
No.
So if you would like one of the handful, and when I say handful, I've got 7, and that's it tomorrow. That is it in the new colourway, and I'll show you on social media what that
It's
colourway
not
is.
identical pattern as well. hence
No,
we
no,
can't put
no,
the
it's
pattern in.
different. It's different, but it's like part of a series
The
of
same
this style.
premise.
So if you like this kind of pixelated, large floral style, bear in mind you're only seeing half of this here. It does go down to the floor and
It's
beyond.
supposed to look like an embroidery, like a cross stitch.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Then, yeah, the new one is on its way.
It is. It is. It is. Very exciting.
Just saying. Now, should we get back to the job in hand?
Totally can.
I'd love to, wouldn't I? But what did I do with?
Oh, Ali's made hers.
Oh,
She
well
said,
done,
"I've
Ali.
pieced the top. I've made it, but backing, procrastinating over the quilting.
Oh.
It's
Right.
okay.
Next thing we're going to do is cut a length of binding, pop it on there, and then just sew it in place, sew it down. The Insel Bright is crinkly, and it does make your fabric look crinkly, but I have to say I did look at an old set of gloves that we've got here, and that was crinkly as well, so I think that just is the thing.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
crinkly wadding. It's gonna make your fabric
it's
crinkle.
for,
But
yeah.
it's also when you wash stuff as well, you always get that lovely crinkle. Quite like it.
Yeah, oven gloves especially. First time you wash them, they go all crinkly.
Yeah, they do,
And
don't
that's
they?
It, then that's how they look. A bit like a quilt though. An unwashed quilt versus one that's been through the wash. Different look, isn't it?
So just don't panic about it. And actually, you can because you can see it looks a little bit crinkly there. Just press it; it just comes out. It's fine. So I'm just going to stitch down. Oh, but look at that fabric! It's just so beautiful.
So stunning.
That's what I'm going to do.
So stunning. Oh, Cynthia says she calls her youngest child, who's 43, a boomerang. I send him out and back again he comes.
Yep, we do that at the age of 43. We just like to get close again
Yeah.
and bring you grandchildren to babysit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Farmer Ali says children returning, we refer to as turnstile home.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I like to tell my parents that it's keeping them young, having my children around. And what an absolute joy and a privilege it must be for them to have such a lovely close relationship with their grandchildren.
Absolutely.
That's what I like to remind them.
Keeps them young.
On the weekly basis.
There's actually a whole
There's a whole study. There is a whole study.
Yeah, about brain activity and all of that kind of stuff as well. So I'd really appreciate it if you shared that with them.
I have, Jim. No, don't worry about that. Look, see how good I am for your mental health, mother. I don't think that went down so well. She's like, really? You're the cause of it, most of the problem. Like, oh, okay.
Oh, everyone's trying to have dibs on your clothes. Sue Langford says, I like the black and cream striped jacket.
Oh,
it
yesterday's
dark
it's
navy?
dark
Yes,
navy.
gorgeous.
It's a
Dark
dark
navy,
navy.
isn't
No one's ever having that because it's my favourite jacket. Oh, no, apart from the other favourite jacket that Gemma's got dibs
The
on.
coat. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying, yeah, sure, no problem. Just go to the wardrobe. Everyone else does.
Yeah, no! The Hive wardrobe. Crikey.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Everybody else does.
And yes, there are very serious public service announcement mentions here.
All right.
It is Pancake Day.
Oh, it is
Shrove
Pancake Day, isn't
Tuesday
it?
today.
Delish.
Oh, Joe Standage says, we moved to stop the roundabout children.
It doesn't work.
Downsize.
Joe.
No room. No
Let me
room.
just tell you about how this doesn't work, right? My parents moved to Cornwall. I changed my whole infrastructure in my business so that I too could move to Cornwall. Doesn't work.
Yeah.
We will always find a way. We will always find a way. Even if we're not actually returning to the house, then sometimes we move just a mile away so that you get that kind of that feeling that, you know, you're sort of on your own. But actually, I like to think that they will have backup as they grow older.
Yeah, it's one of those horror film things, isn't it? When
Never
you can
gone.
never get away.
No.
And now you have a 4.5 hour commute. Lovely.
And babysitters on tap.
And babysitters on
Yep. let's not forget that. Right. Good-o.
Oh, these are looking superb.
We're starting to get there, aren't we? I'm going to take a 6-inch length of this, 5 or 6 inches, doesn't matter. What's an inch between friends? White. This is to make the hook. All right.
The hanging loop.
So
Nice.
we are going to fold it in half. It's very technical, and sew down both sides.
Excellent.
Right. Just top stitch down both sides. That's it.
Excellent.
That's the monkey. And then that's your loop done. Well, it would be done if you then just loop it, and then I just put a little stitch across the bottom. And it really helps if your sewing machine doesn't spit its thread out and actually allows you to sew it. It's going to really help, Jen.
Oh, is that a practice run?
Yeah, just to see if I could.
I love a good practice run.
I love a practice run too.
Oh, there we go. That was my practice line of stitching, the one that didn't, stick.
Didn't come to any fruition. Yes. Yeah. Ah. Gemma, will you remind me when Gary is back off his hollybobs?
Yes.
To order another threader, because I've managed to knock it and dent it. It doesn't want to thread anymore.
And they are consumable.
They are a consumable. And I think this is important to let everybody know that, because otherwise you might feel like you've broken something and you really haven't. It's just one of those things. It's such a precise gadget that if you bend it or are rough with it in any way, you can just do that. So that is my hook.
It's a bit like replacing a needle, isn't it?
Yeah, it just needs to be done occasionally, Oh, Mum went into labour the day before her birthday and the nurses told her to keep her legs crossed. Nice. That's surely 9 months too late. I made it into her birthday at 1:32. Oh,
very good.
Good job. Good job. Do you know what we're going to do next? We're going to baste these together.
Nice. And when you say we're basting them together, Tash, does that mean a change of stitch lengths or?
Can do. Yep, absolutely can do. Dee. Yeah, you can. You can.
Depends on your machine and your preference, huh?
Yeah, it does. Also, I'm just looking at this. For some reason, one end looks a little bit longer than the other. Just give that a little bit of press.
It's almost like you've been chatting and sewing all at the same time, isn't it?
I know, right? But if say that happens to you, it's really simple, because there is no real set length. The set length is just what we decided on. What I would say is just clip it, and then, so actually maybe it's a good thing that this has happened.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to say it's a good thing. Just clip it in place. And then, so you'll sew around that. But look, this end is a little bit longer. So sew from the shorter side, and then you can just trim back the other one after you've done that. So, I'll give it a little press. It's not actually that long. Because this is a bit of a crinkly wadding, sometimes it can, under the heat, just crinkle up a little bit. So actually, Gemma, there wasn't anything wrong with it.
Aww.
Happy days. Yep, happy days.
But again, good for everyone to see.
Yeah, what would you do
at home.
had that happened at your home? Right, so I'm going to go 1/8 of an inch-ish. I'm also going to find my middle point there and pop my little hangy bit in there, otherwise known as a hook.
Yeah.
Hangy bit works though, we all know what we mean by that. And I'm just going to increase my stitch length and go all the way around. And guys, do you know what? Start on a straight bit. It's really tempting to go in on a corner, on the curve, and then be like, oh.
Yeah, don't make life difficult for yourself.
Get into the groove with it first.
Oh, hang on. Hang on, there's a
I know
song
there is a
there.
song.
Oh.
I know. I line you up for them, Gemma.
Hold that one in.
Gemma's putting her makeup on in the corner.
I'm putting a little bit on because, you know, when you're feeling horrible. Yeah. Bad fibro day today, so bit of makeup, bit of lippy,
Bit
big
of song.
smile. Fine, fine everyone, fine. I am fine. F-I-N-E, fine.
Fine.
Fine. We do it though, don't we?
No one does it.
Difference. I'm putting my makeup on, and Claire Everett is, she's sat in the hairdressers.
Oh,
She says time
good
for
job.
more pink and purple.
She's going pink and purple.
Yeah.
There's a real move, isn't there, for everyone to have
There
lots
is.
of colour in their hair.
Says
And
reading the auto subtitles is hilarious. I haven't
Oh.
seen our subtitles today, so I can
Oh,
only
no.
imagine.
oh no. I feel, do we need to apologise already?
Possibly.
Oh dear. They're auto-generated. They're not
they are.
actually our fault. Just like to say. Whee! And around we jolly well go.
Oh, Julia says that she burnt her overlocker threader within a week.
Oh yeah, you
Oh.
see, it can happen if you, especially when you're learning. And this is the really sad thing, is that it often happens on your new machine because you're just getting used to it and you can be a little bit clumpy with it. But you wouldn't be the first one.
No, and Franklin's are really helpful.
They're lovely.
You know,
Yeah.
they
If you
are
bought a Dookie
brilliant.
from us, they're fabulous. Right, okay. So now what I'm going to do is flip it over, and I'm going to then put my little handy bits, pockets as they're otherwise known, on there, and I'm going to baste those on as well.
Yeah.
I didn't do them all in one go because bit of an effort. Let's give ourselves a chance, shall we? I pop those on, but it is looking, ooh, look at that.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Yes, it is. Gorgeous.
Viv says Tash, the back has not sewn.
Hmm?
Viv says Tash, the back has not sewn. What's not sewn? What's not sewn? Or has it not caught the fabric over towards you?
Do you know what? It doesn't matter because I'm going to bind over it.
There we go.
It's just got to.
Just to catch it and keep it.
Yeah, there. I think there's a little bit of a gap there. That's all right.
It's okay.
It's all right because, like I say, you then bind it so that binding covers up anything. So it does make life easy.
It's a very forgiving make.
Do you know what
Very
it
straightforward.
really is?
Now my mum's a tea towel girl.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
but
I grew
Ed's-
up with many burns on her arms.
Yeah.
And I just think, no.
No.
Now is the time, Ed.
Because also, this is the other thing I've noticed. People tend to only have one set of oven gloves, which then means if you've got one set in the wash,
Oh.
I've just caught that binding and
I've got 3. I've got 3. Got a nice pair that hang on the oven door that I don't use too much because I get ruined.
The posh
They need
pair.
to look nice.
amazing.
I've got a scabby pair in the drawer.
Oh, right.
And then I've
So
got
if it's an oozy pop that's coming out the,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I've got a really scabby pair that is Nib Taz for doing barbecue stuff.
oh, right,
So
okay, yeah, no.
They're the pair that Gemma set fire to.
Wow.
We put it out straight away. So I was like, right, well, those can be barbecue oven gloves then.
Well, because they have in fact already been barbecued.
Barbecued, yeah, exactly.
Gosh, that's special, isn't it? Wow. Okay, so then we are going to put our binding on, and it's pretty simple because here it is. I would start maybe the opposite end there and you're just going to fold it over.
Oh, look at that with those fabrics.
I know!
Oh.
It's a bit special, isn't it? But you might be making all sorts of things with this. I tend to just put in place the first bit, and then I just sort of go from there. If you want to clip all the way around, then do. But then when I get to the end, when I get round to here, I'm going to cut it so that it's just an inch longer, and then fold it back by 1/4 of an inch and pop it over the top, and then none of my seams will show.
So no tricky finishing.
No, and so I just keep my roll of bias there, and away we go. It's easy, it's easy, it's easy.
And you've given everyone more than they need for this make,
Oh,
so
yeah,
they don't need to worry about it.
No. But just keep that fold on that bias close to the edge, and you'll be absolutely fine. And slow and steady around the corners. That's the other thing.
Slow and steady won the race.
Yeah.
And Tash, like, sewing around a curve, it is just a case of sewing lots of little teeny weeny straight lines.
Yeah, this is what we tell you. It is just a series of straight lines. That is it.
A few stitches, turn. A few stitches, turn.
Yeah, for sure. That's all it is. So there really is nothing to get worried about at all, really. Dee. So that, yeah, so here I am coming up to the bias. So I'll do a few stitches. And if you need to, turn. I don't have a needle up function on this machine.
Okay.
Like a foot up, when the needle down, foot up function. So I just have to manually do it, and that's okay. You know, this is an industrial machine. Can't do everything. It does straight stitch, and it does it incredibly well. I say industrial, they're semi-industrial, isn't it?
Yes, semi-industrial, mini beast.
But
Julia
that's
makes
okay.
a very good point here.
What's that?
We need the Christmas ones of these.
Oh, we do. Yes, we do. And having been to the craft fair at the weekend, I think we can make that happen for you.
Oh, it's very exciting.
Just going to say.
Have some
just look at this, Gemma. Look at it.
Gorgeous. Joyful, no?
Joyful. Trim that edge off there. That was just a bit off the pocket. You know where I'd put the bias binding on?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd overlapped a little. And it was just poking out.
Better to overlap though, isn't it? And then trim away.
Yeah. Although with this it doesn't matter, because if I'd gone a little bit under, my binding would have covered it anyway. That's why this is, like I said, it's such a forgiving make.
So if someone wants to have a first foray into some, you know, insulated wadding, that kind of stuff, this is a really good opportunity to do that.
Yeah, and like I say, I would really just use your wash away quilter's tape just to baste it in place. And you can, you know, sew it all round together, or you can use a spray baste. Just be aware that as soon as you apply a bit of heat, it does get a little bit crinkly, because that's the nature of the wadding.
Yeah.
Now, some people only use the Insulbright on the outside, so on this layer here, and then they use a normal wadding, like leftover scraps of their normal wadding, on the inside. So you could buy 1/2 metre and make multiples just using that one bit there, but you must use 2 layers of wadding. That is important.
Insulbright are really clear on the fact
clear.
They say that their product is heat resistant, but it's not heat proof. So it is down to you to know how sensitive your hands are, and layer up and make your mitts accordingly.
But also, you know, you can. I know that I had that bit of binding just caught. The other thing to bear in mind is that you can use these for lunch boxes to keep things cool as well.
Yeah.
As much as it keeps the heat sort of away, it will keep either the warmth in or the cool in. So if you wanted to make something that was, you know, going to keep your, if you want to do the mug holders that we did, the mug hugs,
Yeah.
then they would be great in these.
I was about to say exactly the same. Your leftover bits and bobs would
Then
perfectly make
use
your
for
mug
that
hugs.
because it will help keep your mug warm because it will reflect that heat back in.
Especially if you're crafting, because we all get a little bit distracted, we're busy, and then we realise we've got a cold cuppa next to us, and that's no fun.
No one wants a whammy cup of tea. That was my grandma's name for it. So, oh, my tea's gone whammy. And everyone knows what you mean. You say, was that whammy? Yeah.
I will pop the mug hug instructions into today's collection, actually, so everyone can find them easily enough. But we have those in printed and digital format.
Yeah. You can get them anywhere you want. Round we come. So I am just taking my time coming around these curves, which is unusual for me, but you know. I'd quite like to have these in my home.
Well, you've got your cave ones as well, so one for the wash.
Well,
one
that's
for
just
out.
it, isn't it? You know, having said. And if you are just using your wash away quilter's tape, of course, that will wash away when you wash them. And then you will be left with no, you know, nothing basting it, and it all perfect. Right, so as you can see, I'm coming up to the end here. So I'm going to cut my binding about an inch longer. Fold it under. And then put it just over the edge there. And because it's bias, you can just give it a little tug and it will fold over very nicely. You can manipulate it a little bit, which we like.
Lovely.
So just making sure that's going to cover everything, both sides. Put a little clip in place until you get there, and away you go. Then that just means you've got no raw edges showing. And there, my friends, you have oven mitts.
Gorgeous. Look at those. They look fabulous.
Yeah.
Well done, you. Look at that.
Look, those. Aren't they gorgeous? And when you look
Really
into the
gorgeous.
pockets,
Oh,
they ombre into the
The
pockets as well.
pockets.
It's a small thing, but it makes me smile. And so the reason that we do them this way around is so that we've got those 2 layers there.
lovely.
Okay.
Lovely.
So that, ladies and gentlemen, is today's make. Pick up your kits for your velvet border pouches.
Oh, yes, you're
They're
right.
there. These kits are there. The Insole Bright wadding is there. It's all there. Have a good one. We will see you here tomorrow.
We
with
will.
brand new version of this. Well, in this sort of series.
Yep.
Obviously, with so few kits, we're not going to make one.
No.
We did have that conversation.
We
do
did.
we? But no, this one will be mine in my own home, so I only need one. I've only got space for one. But if you missed out on that
It's a big
last
ball.
time, yeah, it's really big. These are really nice, actually.
Please those.
Yay! Then do go and grab them off the website. We will be back tomorrow with those kits, and they will be available. What time are we going to set those kits live, Jem?
I feel it needs to go live for the show rather than in the middle of the night.
Okay.
You're giving me the face. I normally do set things live at midnight, but due to such short quantity, I think it would be unfair. We'll see. We'll chat. We'll talk this through. Just a little announcement though, because the demo that you've just done, that colourway of the Oven Glove, we have got literally 3 kits left, and then the fabric's gone. So
I'm blaming
if
her.
you want these, you really do need to grab them.
We are, because of, you know, the current world situation and everything else, we are buying what we need. Whereas previously we were buying, you know, oh, it's fine, we'll buy loads and we'll store it and what have you. we're not. We are now buying what we need. So we are now, if you see it and you want it, buy it, because we're not keeping excess stock of things anymore. We're just not doing it.
So if you do love this
yeah, during lockdown, it was fine. But now, if you like it, grab it. Perfect. And then it's yours.
Sure.
And we can continue to bring you beautiful things. That was a big lorry having a bit of a burp. Like it. So there we go, everybody. We will see you here tomorrow, 10 o'clock. It won't be Jane, it will be me. Apologies if you're expecting Jane, but she's on her ollie bobs. She's on her ollie bobs. We have to let her out occasionally so that she comes back happy.
Indeed.
That's what we want, is a happy Jane. So we will see you here tomorrow. Take care, lots of love.
Bye-bye. Bye.